You think your money is safe because it's in the bank, right? But what if I told you that every single day, while you sleep, that money is quietly losing value? Not because you spent it, but because of something you can't even see. You work hard. You save. You play by the rules. Yet somehow, life keeps getting more expensive, your savings buy less each year, and that feeling of security you thought you had, it's slipping away. It's not your fault. You were told that saving money was the smart thing to do, that the bank would protect you. But the truth is, the system was never built to make you rich. It was built to keep you comfortable, just enough to stop you from asking questions. In this video, I'm going to show you what's really happening to your money inside the bank. How inflation eats it alive, how the banks profit while you lose, and how the rich use a completely different playbook to make their money grow while everyone else slowly gets poorer. By the end, you'll understand why the advice most people follow, just save your money, is actually the reason they never get ahead. And more importantly, you'll know what to do instead. Because once you see how the game is played, you'll never look at your bank account the same way again. Most people believe that keeping their money in the bank is the responsible thing to do. It feels safe, predictable, protected. The bank gives you a nice app, a clean interface, and a reassuring message: your savings are secure with us. But here's the uncomfortable truth: security is not the same as growth. Think about it. You deposit your money, maybe $10,000. A year later, the bank might give you a few dollars in interest, barely enough to buy a coffee. Meanwhile, the price of everything around you, food, rent, gas, has gone up. You didn't spend your money, yet somehow, you can buy less with it. That's not safety. That's slow financial decay. Let's make it real. Imagine someone who worked hard for 20 years, saving diligently, keeping every cent in the bank. They did everything right. But when retirement comes, they realize their savings can't buy what they expected. The money didn't disappear, it simply lost its power. That's what happens when we confuse stability with progress. And here's what most people don't realize. While you're watching your savings stagnate, the bank is using that same money to generate profit. They lend it, invest it, multiply it. You're told to play it safe, but they're playing to win. So let me ask you, how safe does your money really feel now? If you've ever felt frustrated watching your savings shrink while your bills rise, hit that like button or leave a comment below. You're not alone. This video is for everyone who's tired of doing what they were told, only to end up stuck in the same place. Because understanding this illusion, the false comfort of keeping your money safe in the bank, is the first step toward breaking free from it. There's a silent force stealing your money every single day, and most people don't even notice it. It doesn't break into your house, it doesn't touch your bank account, yet it's constantly taking from you. That thief is inflation. Inflation is the reason why your grandparents could buy a house with what today wouldn't even cover a down payment. It's why $100 today can't buy what $100 did 10 years ago. Prices go up, but your savings stay the same. You don't lose dollars, you lose what those dollars can do. Let's put it in perspective. Imagine you have $10,000 sitting in your bank account. The average inflation rate over the last few years has been around 5%. That means next year, your $10,000 will only have the buying power of $9,500. You didn't spend a cent, but you lost $500 in value. And if that continues year after year, your savings are being quietly destroyed. Here's the thing, the system relies on this. Inflation is like a hidden tax that punishes those who hold cash. It rewards people who invest, who take calculated risks, who understand that money is meant to move. The wealthy know this. They don't keep piles of cash in the bank. They put it into assets that grow faster than inflation. Stocks, real estate, businesses, or even their own skills. So if you want to protect yourself, you have to stop thinking like a saver and start thinking like an investor, even in small ways. You don't need millions to begin, just a shift in mindset. Because every dollar you keep stagnant today is a dollar that's shrinking tomorrow. Have you ever noticed how your grocery bill keeps rising, even though you buy the same things? That's inflation at work. Share your experience in the comments. I want to know what everyday inflation looks like where you live. Once you truly understand this invisible enemy, you stop blaming yourself for not saving enough and start realizing that the real danger is saving the wrong way. Now that you understand how inflation quietly eats away at your money, it's time to look at the second part of the trap. how banks turn your savings into their profits. Because while your money is sitting still, theirs is moving fast. When you deposit your cash into a bank account, that money doesn't just stay there. The bank immediately puts it to work. They lend it out as mortgages, personal loans, or credit cards, charging interest rates that range from 5% to 20%. Meanwhile, what do you get? Maybe 0.5% if you're lucky. That's not generosity. That's business. Let's make it concrete. You deposit $10,000. The bank lends that money to someone else to buy a car, and they make hundreds of dollars a year from that loan. They then take those profits, invest them, and grow them further, all using your money. And here's the irony. If you need to borrow money from that same bank, they'll lend your own savings back to you and charge you for it. This is the game the banks have been playing for over a century. They rely on the public's trust and ignorance to keep the system running. The truth is, the bank doesn't protect your money. It uses your money to protect itself. And that's not necessarily evil, it's just how the system works. The problem is, no one teaches us how to play the same game. Most people are stuck on the losing side because they were told that saving equals safety. But safety without growth is just slow loss. If that frustrates you, if you've ever looked at your bank statement and thought, how do they make so much while I get so little? Give this video a like. It's time more people understood the truth behind the curtain. Because once you realize that banks win by moving money, you'll understand why the key to your own financial freedom starts with doing the same. If inflation is the silent thief, compound interest is the quiet hero, the force that can make your money work for you instead of against you. It's simple, but it's one of the most powerful concepts in all of finance. Once you truly understand it, you'll never look at your savings the same way again. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it." And he was right. The rich don't just earn more money, they make their money earn for them. Here's how it works. Imagine you invest $10,000 and it grows by 8% in a year. That's $800 in profit. Next year, you're not earning on $10,000 anymore. You're earning on $10,800. The year after that, you earn on $11,664, and it keeps snowballing. Over time, the growth becomes exponential. What starts small turns into something powerful. Now, compare that to your money in the bank, earning 0.5%. Inflation erases your gains before they even exist. It's like trying to run up a down escalator. You're moving, but going nowhere. The wealthy understand that time is the secret ingredient. They start early, stay consistent, and let the math do the heavy lifting. You don't need to be a financial genius or a millionaire to benefit from this. You just need to begin. Every month you delay is time you'll never get back. Think of it this way. Your money is like a seed. In the bank, it sits in a dark drawer, never growing. But when you invest it, even a little, you plant it. It starts to sprout, then multiply. One tree becomes a forest, but only if you give it time. If this makes sense to you, if you've ever wished your savings could actually do something, leave a comment below saying, "I'm planting my seeds." Let's make that mindset shift together. Because once you let compound interest work for you, the game completely changes. So if keeping your money in the bank makes you poorer, and inflation is constantly eating away your savings, where should your money actually go? The answer isn't about risk, it's about strategy. You don't have to gamble your future. You just have to stop letting fear decide for you. The first rule, always keep a small emergency fund. That's your safety net, 3 to 6 months of basic expenses in cash, ready for the unexpected. That's not wasted money, that's your peace of mind. But everything beyond that, it needs a mission. Start by learning the simplest, safest entry point: index funds and ETFs. These are diversified baskets of investments that mirror the market. You don't have to pick individual stocks, and historically, they've grown around 7 to 10% per year over the long term. It's not about getting rich overnight, it's about getting richer slowly and surely. Then there's real assets, things that hold or increase value over time. Real estate, small businesses, even skills. The most underrated investment is the one you make in yourself. Courses, books, knowledge. Those returns never get taxed, never deflate, and compound for life. Let me give you a simple comparison. Someone keeps $10,000 in a bank account earning 0.5%. Another person invests that same $10,000 in a broad market index fund earning 8% annually. After 20 years, the first person will have around $11,000. The second, nearly $47,000. That's not luck, that's understanding the system. You don't need to be rich to start investing. You become rich by starting. Waiting until you have more money is like waiting to get fit before you go to the gym. Start small, stay consistent, and give time the chance to work for you. If you've been afraid to invest because it feels complicated, drop a comment saying, "I'm starting small." Because that's where every financially free person begins, with one small, intentional step away from fear and toward growth. The biggest difference between people who stay stuck and people who build wealth isn't intelligence, luck, or even income, it's mindset. Most people think like savers. They work hard, earn money, and stash it away, believing that one day it'll be enough. But savers focus on protection. Investors focus on multiplication. When you think like a saver, your decisions are driven by fear. What if I lose it? When you think like an investor, your choices are driven by possibility. What if it grows? That single shift, from fear to opportunity, changes everything. Look at any self-made millionaire, any person who achieved financial freedom. They all learned to see money as a tool, not a trophy. Money isn't meant to sit still. It's meant to move, to work, to create more of itself. You don't need to risk everything, but you do need to participate. Because staying out of the game guarantees you'll lose. And here's a truth most people never hear. You can't save your way to wealth anymore. The world moves too fast, inflation runs too high, and opportunities compound too quickly. The people who thrive are the ones who learn, adapt, and take action. Not someday, but now. So ask yourself, are you letting fear keep you safe, or are you willing to take small, smart risks that your future self will thank you for? I want you to drop a comment right now. Are you a saver or an investor? Be honest. No judgment here, just awareness. Because the moment you define where you are, you can start moving toward where you want to be. And if this message hits home, give the video a like. It helps more people wake up to the truth. That wealth isn't about how much you earn, but how you think about what you earn. Here's the hard truth. Every year you keep your money sitting in the bank, it's quietly working against you. Inflation keeps climbing, the banks keep profiting, and your dreams, they keep getting further away. Most people don't realize they're losing until it's too late. Think about it. 10 years from now, will you look back and wish you had started investing earlier? Will you wish you'd learned how money really works instead of trusting that saving was enough? The answer for most people is yes. But it doesn't have to be you. Because right now, you know what most people never stop to question. The system isn't built for your freedom. It's built for your comfort. It wants you calm, compliant, and predictable. But you weren't meant to just survive. You were meant to build something greater. This is your wake-up call. The moment you decide to take control. To stop letting fear dictate your financial future. You don't need to be perfect, or rich, or ready. You just need to start. Every dollar you have can either sleep or work. The choice is yours. Let this be the moment you wake your money up and make it fight for you. And I want to hear from you. What's the first step you're going to take after watching this video? Leave it in the comments. Your action might inspire someone else to do the same. If this message connected with you, give the video a like, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth, and don't forget to subscribe, because the real journey to financial freedom starts here, with awareness, courage, and action.